And with the flu already surging across the country, the CDC's National Influenza Vaccination Week aims to shed light on the importance of getting your shots to stop the spread. I am so honored to have Cerise Murata, Director of Advocacy and Education for Vaccinate Your Family, and Nicoles Story, advocate and teacher, here with me today to not only spread some awareness, but to share some of their stories. Thank you, ladies, so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
So, Cerise, let's start with you. Talk about the healthcare role that Vaccinate Your Family fulfills.
So Vaccinate Your Family is a national nonprofit organization, and we've been working for over 30 years to protect people of all ages from vaccine-preventable diseases by raising awareness about vaccine-preventable diseases and empowering people with information so that they can make informed choices about vaccination for themselves and their families. We also work with a lot of partners to make sure that there is equitable access, not only to science-based information about vaccines, but also immunizations themselves.
Nicole, we want to talk to you for a moment. A tragedy actually happened to you and your family just last year in relation to COVID-19. Can you share your story with us?
We lost our 10-year-old daughter, Teresa, about a month before the vaccine was available for her age group for the 5 to 11. She was healthy. She loved participating in Girl Scouts. She looked forward to planning her future and everything in front of her.
I'm so sorry to hear about that tragedy in your family, and I can't even imagine what you have been going through after such a life-changing experience. But why now have you taken on the role to be an advocate for others?
It felt like something I needed to do, a way to channel the energy that I was feeling, a way to be able to voice what I felt I should have been voicing for a long time.
Well, we definitely want to make sure that during this flu season, and of course with the rise in different RSV cases, COVID-19, we're getting the message out there for people to get vaccinated. So, Cerise, National Influenza Vaccination Week, it reminds us that we all need to get our shots, but let's break some things down. What diseases require a one-time vaccination, and which ones require a more frequent vaccination?
Yeah, so it is National Influenza Vaccination Week. So we need a flu vaccine every year, just one, unless you are a child between the ages of 6 months and 8 years who has never got a flu vaccine before. Then you need to get that child 2 vaccines spaced about 4 weeks apart. But the reason we have to get an annual flu vaccine every year is because flu viruses change. And the flu vaccine this year has been updated to help protect us against the 4 circulating strains right now. And we unfortunately are seeing a really bad flu season. It has started early and it is severe, and we really want to emphasize that it's not too late to get vaccinated. Everyone 6 months and older should get a COVID vaccine as well as a flu vaccine, and especially as we head into the holidays, it takes our bodies about 2 weeks after vaccination to really build up that protection. So we're all going to be spending time with family and friends, and we really need to protect ourselves, our families, and our communities by getting vaccinated. And the way we can figure out which vaccines we need, you can visit vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn.
And talking about getting those vaccinations as soon as possible, Cerise, can you also talk about how you can keep track? I know sometimes the year goes by really fast. We don't necessarily keep up with which shots we have gotten at what time. What's the best way to keep track of those vaccines?
Well, a lot of states have what they call immunization information systems. So the best bet is if you have a primary care provider, that would be the person to reach out to. If you do not, I would suggest reaching out to your local health department. If you're interested in learning which vaccines you need, there are immunization schedules for both children and adults, and you can find those on vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn. And for folks who perhaps are worried about how to pay for vaccines, and there are federal programs, specifically the Vaccines for Children program helps eligible children who are either uninsured or underinsured get vaccines for free. So the take-home message is there is a way that you can get a vaccine. It's just making sure that you're exploring those avenues. So again, vaccinateyourfamily.org/learn. You can find where to get a vaccine and how to pay for that vaccine if indeed there is a cost associated with it.
Cerise, thank you so much for your time. Nicole, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Again, we'll have all of this great information. You can go to vaccinateyourfamily.org. We'll also have a link to this interview on our website, wistv.com. Thank you, ladies, so much.